and welcome back to our campaign of Dungeons and Dragons. Before we get started and get into today's game, quick thank you to our sponsor of Tailor Made Crafts for their excellent initiative markers, which we do love to use and are incredibly useful for myself and the players. Huzzah, indeed. For any extra information on them and to see all their other crafty, fun goodies that they sell and make and create, check their info, which is in our bio. Anything else anyone needs to announce before we start tonight's game? No. Right, well, let's jump straight into the adventure. Last we left off, you were coming back from the city of Everland, carrying a message from the head mage assistant Runa, holding a letter in tight, travelling in through the night, unfortunately, with a point of exhaustion, as none of you had slept and you were already well into twilight. Along the road, you found a little camp of gnolls, which you've all become extremely well adapted to now. And you chose to try and sneak past them, as opposed to fighting them, a very valid option. However, unfortunately, some people's stealth was not quite up to par, and the gnolls were alerted to your presence. After a grueling and challenging fight, mainly by Baracus, putting down two, putting down all two of them. Who killed the third?
No one.
Oh, it ran away. I should have remembered that. So with the two being bested by Baracus and the third getting away, you are now able to continue your adventure to Silvery Moon, which you know is roughly around 2 or so hours away. Viella, I believe you were wanting to do something to the deceased bodies of our gnoll friends.
I wanted in here, and I wanted to investigate them.
Are you gonna
what they have on them.
gonna cut the ears off of both of them?
Yeah, so I'm gonna take Luke. Yeah, I'm gonna use my dagger to ear.
Yep. So it was quite no big fuss muss. Quite big ears, kind of like ears. You just get your little knife in there and you have a nice silly ear. You're gonna take all the ears off both of them, or just that one ear?
This one. Yeah, this one. Yeah.
Fun little story actually about this one. When she was a child, she had a little doll figure. You know that guy from Power Rangers who used to make.
Yeah.
She had a little plastic figurine of him, and she used to sit there and nibble his ear. So in my head, Laura is nibbling on hyena ears as I comfort her.
No, she's not. Okay. just that night, it's like, what do you got? Nothing.
And you're all looting, just the two of you now. Two of you want to roll investigation checks, see what you can plunder, see what is there to plunder.
14.
Would you say that's copied or fine?
I'll say that's fine.
Yeah, fine. So I thought I'd double check.
Appreciate.
I just don't want to. And that was investigation.
Yep.
13.
So you find yourself some simple rusted weapons that they had on them, crappy little short bow, a couple of bows of arrows. They didn't actually have anything of any value on them, just the standard rusted plate that they were wearing.
Can't leave that. I don't want any of that.
No, don't wanna.
What I want to do is I want to cut off some of them.
Yeah. So they got their almost like claws. Yeah. So I'm just gonna cut off some claws. Yeah. How many fingers do you want?
So I want to take them all.
Yeah, you want to take them all?
I want to take them all.
Leave them with their thumbs.
Leave them with their thumbs. There you go.
Yeah, that's fine. You're gonna do this on both of them, yeah? You're gonna cut off the thumbs of one. Takes you a few minutes because obviously the bone on the finger is quite a strong bone, it's not cartilage. But eventually, you all just hear a sound, and the finger just kind of snaps away from the socket, and you're able to just wrap it over your dagger and cut it off. Bit grim, not gonna lie, but you managed to gain yourself 16 gnoll fingers.
See, dirty little fetishes there, look.
It is a bit weird, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Anything else?
No, we should go.
I mean, thankfully the fight took less than a minute. So
the joys of a 6-second round.
luckily, not much time has been lost at all. Vio's like, right, let's go. We gotta get him. We gotta get him. Get him. And you walk. Please make perception checks if you want to keep alert. You do know there is that third knoll
this
still
at
lurking
disadvantage?
somewhere.
Yeah, it should
It's
be.
still at disadvantage.
It's really no point in re-rolling that.
What was it again? What was it?
Perception.
Natural 1.
15.
18.
Well, Elora's pretty, like, she's too busy chewing on the ear.
I'm not
Stroking,
like rabbit's foot.
stroking
just
the
like,
ear, you know,
yeah,
like how
just
you
like-
do it with your little pinky or whatever
you know,
it
like
is.
puppies when
Yeah.
you just like.
Like badgers or yeah.
Time
to cry. Yeah, so she's you're not doing that, it's fine. You're kind of exhausted from the battle and a little bit frustrated with yourself because you didn't achieve the most during that slight bit of conflict, but you tried and that's the main thing. You two, however, keeping an eye out, you know what to listen for, you know there is a knoll somewhere, however, a smart knoll would run the fuck away and keep far away.
And then you never know, he might have another group.
You never
Right,
know,
no.
he might be gone
Yes,
off to
hope
warn
so.
his coven. So, as you go over, you're starting to go up the hill now, and you know that this is the big main hill now, which will give you a clear view of Silvery Moon, and also a very small view of the back city of Everland. So as you get up the hill, quite sweaty, the sun is slowly starting to come up now, so the sky is at that really nice, like, dark orange sort of view. There's a really nice little breeze coming up through now. As you get to the top of the hill, you can now see the first lights of the city of Silvery Moon. Heading down the hill takes you like maybe an hour, 45 minutes, and you now see the gate, the northern gate, as you approach. As you walk up, the gates are sealed shut, still extremely early in the morning. On your approach, you see someone's head pop up above the doors. Well, Matt Traveller, you're early.
Yes, we have an urgent message for Captain Master Cadogan from Ravenna in Everland.
Oh, what's your names? Is they expecting you?
They know we were sent. Yes, we were come back from a letter from the Majors Guild. We were sent on an errand.
Okay. One second. This is a bit unusual. He goes down and you don't hear what they're saying, but you hear like vague chatting and muttering. 5-10 minutes pass as you're just kind of stood there like. You see, when you get the door opens and you see the familiar face of Guardmaster Cadogan. Oh, you lot.
Oh wow.
I'll step forward and pull out the thing. This is for you.
Grabs that.
We were told to deliver it to your hand
Well,
from Ravenna. With due haste, we have been travelling all night.
yes, of course. Well, this is of great importance, and he just kind of like awkwardly tucks it into his breastplate there, like, well, please enter. Guards, seal the gates behind me, and just you guys walk through the same little hatch door that he walked through. Well, I must dash. Obviously, you guys look exhausted. What can I say that you don't already know about the city? Enjoy. I must dash, and at that he just like he paced off quite quickly. Yeah. You are there at the gate. All the other guards look at you like, why are they so fucking important? How did they get to come in at this time?
So an inn and a bed.
Yeah. The inn that you've frequented most in this city is the Dancing Goat. If you wish to return,
I think. Yeah.
fond memories of the Dancing Goat. Yep. So you start to head your way through to the Dancing Goat, and it's actually quite unusual because usually at this time it'll be really quiet, not a whole lot really going down. But what you do notice is that there are a lot of people up and about. You see people smiling, kids running around already. There appears to be maybe 6 times the amount of stalls that there was usually. You see people hanging up buntings, lights, and as you come round the corner into the main city walkway, you see a big sign just starting to be hung up. And as it gets higher and higher, it gets neater and straighter, and you see the High Harvestide Festival. All be merry, all have fun, and it's just there. And everyone looks in absolute great spirits. It's probably 4 or 5 in the morning. It's unnatural for people to be this happy in the morning. They must have coffee somewhere. But everyone's joking around, laughing. You see people still setting up their stalls. A lot of carts are around as well. You see a lot of these people have travelled maybe from afar just to come to Silvery Moon to enjoy this festival. See everyone that's like enjoying themselves.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yay! Best time with you.
Yeah, so you're heading to the Dancing Goat, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep. So as you're heading, you've had to almost traverse your way a little bit. You've got people running through, you've got animals running through. You see one kid chasing a pig, running after it, really enjoying himself. People hanging up buntings, lights. You see a couple of wizards and half-elves casting magic to put things up high. All little lights and fairies all bickering around everywhere. It looks like it's going to be a great day for a festival. And you make your way to the Dancing Goat. Door is already wide open and it's already bustling inside. You see, as you walk through, you see people sat down enjoying breakfast. They do look really quite tired, and well, why wouldn't they at this early in the morning? But they're there, they're sat down, they're enjoying themselves.
Guess we head to the bar.
Yep, you go to the bar.
John. I think
Yep.
it's John.
You're met by John.
John.
Oh, Johnny boy.
Oh, Johnny boy. Yep, you see John at the bar. He seems merry as he can be, and he's cleaning his mug and everything. Oh, morning. You just getting in?
Oh, don't. It's been a long, long day.
I bet.
Do you have any rooms available?
Ah, if I known you were coming back, I probably would have kept you a couple of rooms.
Any room?
I'm afraid it's the festival. Were you not told about the festival?
Yes.
Well, you've only yourselves to blame. Maybe the Broken Oak, maybe. I know folk don't really stay at the Broken Oak for a good reason. Well, the Stag Stand's gonna be booked and all.
As long as you have something.
But maybe try the Broken Oak. You might get lucky.
What was wrong with it? You said no one stays there?
Oh, it's a fucking hole.
Sounds like a good
Would you want to
place
stay
park
somewhere where rats vagrant your bed? Plague starts there, I reckon.
Lovely. We need somewhere.
Yep.
Are you going to have any rooms available from tonight?
I'm fully booked, darling.
No.
I'm fully booked. But you never know, sometimes people cancel last minute. I hate it when they does do it, but it does happen.
Anything becomes available, let us know.
Or what name should I put down so I know who to call?
I'll just give it my name.
Elora. How do you spell that? Is it AOVVLE?
E-L.
E-L.
O-R.
O-R.
A.
Well, I got your name, and just because you can't have a room doesn't mean you shouldn't come back for the festivities, because we got a treat coming at ya. It's gonna be great. Enjoy the festival, please, but try not to get too comfortable in the Broken Oak. I don't think it's even possible to get comfortable there, but give it a go. If not, maybe there's room in the guard master's place. I don't really know. but it might be worth a shot.
Possibly.
There's always room at the keep usually for a traveller.
There might be
just
in it.
camp somewhere.
That could be interesting. Thank you.
I'll
Oh.
see you later. Oh,
As you turn safe. What happened with Ellie? Did you find her?
Ellie! She comes and this little Ellie pops out of the kitchen. She's like really red cheek. What? Oh, hi! And she just comes back looking at my Ella.
Okay, she's fine.
I would have said hi, but she's already gone.
I was like, don't give a fuck about her. Let's just get some sleep now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, someone's a bit moody.
Shall we try the keep? 'Cause crap. Not it.
Try for the keep.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
Yeah,
you
you
kind of
can say
going
that.
back on yourselves because the keep is towards the gate, the northern gate as well. So the gate you just came through as opposed to the Moonbridge gate. Walking over, see the usual sights. It's even in that small 10-15 minute encounter, it's gotten busier and busier. It's also a lot louder now. Like you're almost having to put your voices quite high just to hear each other in conversation. So hopefully your sleep won't be too interrupted. So you make your way over to the keep. Guardmaster Cadogan is nowhere to be seen. You come up to a nice little wooden door. You know where the keep is. You knock on the door. Someone opens. Half elf man, not wearing armor, just like plain brown tunic. Morning. Early.
Yes, just wondering if you had a spare room or a couple of rooms just where we can get a few hours sleep.
How many? 4?
Yeah, 4.
Well, I don't have any rooms, but there's some bunks in the corner. So do I know you?
No, we only came through here the door a few. We've been in town for a week or so. We just came through this morning, running an errand for the guardmaster.
Oh, why didn't you say so, friends of Cadogan? Well, please, come on. Gesture you forward. You see, it's quite bustling and loud in here as well. People getting changed and looking really excited for the day ahead. And he points just into a corner. There's 2 bunk beds either side of the corner. Well, it's not comfortable, and it's not particularly warm or quiet, but someone to lay your head, I suppose. Something is better than nothing.
Yeah, we'll try.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Just gonna say, maybe sleep with your bags because we get a lot of strangers coming back and forth here, and with this time of year, I'm not pinning it on anyone. I'm just saying, hold on to your coin purses.
Oh, don't worry, we will.
Yeah, I'll fucking keep my tag on.
Well, enjoy your kip. Please don't forget to enjoy the festivities that are happening here for the High Tide Festival.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! And
I've already gone.
as he says huzzah, the entire room screams huzzah!
And then Parker's,
Huzzah! The entire room erupts.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, so if you all wish, you can have your long rest here. It is like an interrupted long rest, but you do still gain back all your features, hit points, spell points, bonus actions, anything you've used.
Yeah, I think
renewed.
any
You
rest
just-
at this point, any rest is a good rest.
You know when you go camping and you just kind of wake up a couple of times in the
Yeah.
middle. That's what's going down.
right, we need to. I think it's after the exhaustion disappears.
Let's rub off some of Lucy's stuff. Or Viola's stuff, sorry.
Okay. All my spells. I used all my spells.
But you used them all. I mean, you may not
Sure.
have used them.
Not that you were hoping, but.
Yeah, but you know,
Better than nothing.
practice makes perfect.
Yeah, you tried.
And eventually, my spell attack bonus will be like make up for really bad rolls, though.
So, it is not a new day, but you are rested. You went to sleep around 5 or so in the morning, so it's like 2-3 in the afternoon, and you have now ridded yourself of your point of exhaustion.
Yay.
So you all arise. Just for sake of ease, I'll say you all just kind of rise at the same time. I know you only need 4 hours, but unless there's anything you want to do before those two wake up, you and Viola will wake up at the same time.
You just go snoring.
Yeah.
No, I'd just be like,
It's baffled. Like usually you can hear yours and Green snoring, but no snoring is to be heard of all the loud and chatter. No one is being respectful of the fact that there's still people asleep in their bunk.
Oh, okay.
no, I would have just read a bit of my book.
No worries. So you all awake as you both wake up. You look over to the bunk along and you see like Viola's like picking dirt out of her nails with her little knife. You see Alora, as usual, sat there reading a book.
I was going to say,
Yep. So it is a new-ish day.
Sweet.
You hear it's even louder in this room now than you thought. You can hear music and bands and laughing all coming from the streets, filtering through the door, which is wide open now. Not there are people coming in and out of this room so often they're not even bothering to close the door.
Well, one, I'm going to double check everything.
Yeah. So you pat yourself down, check your rucksack. All your belongings are exactly where you left them.
And then after that, I'm going to get up and I'm going to say, I'm going to quickly run outside and enjoy myself. So I quickly just disappear outside.
Disappear outside? Yep. Is anyone going to try and...
Or just like,
Anyone?
I'll enjoy it.
Yeah. Anyone going to join Baracus in the festivities of the festival?
yeah, let's go get some food and
Yeah.
some fun. Secure some lodgings for tonight.
Viola gets up. Oh, I wonder if they have to. Gets up and joins you. Are you joining as well? Yeah. So
Have
you.
they got any games?
Yeah. Well, you all go out into the hustling and bustling of the festival. There's even as you look into the sky, it's bright with colours. There's I want to say fireworks almost going off, like day fireworks that have been, and you see the source of it is coming from the Mages Guild or the rough Mage Guild area. So you can imagine there's a couple of like mages on the roof just chucking all sorts of beautiful patterns into the sky. Every now and then it will spell out the word high Harvestide, beers this way, and little things like that. As you're walking through, it's a bit amazing. Like when you go to the Christmas market, the streets are absolutely packed. It's buzzing. You see so many stalls that you've never seen in your life. So many beautiful things. There's sugar fruit stands, chocolate, sweetbread, sausages, meat on a stick, cloaked by goats. There's a store that sells booties. There's a weapons cart. There's jewelers. There's animals. There's custom banners. Have your logo. Rugs, tapestries, anything you could possibly wish to buy is here today. And entertainment, you see it all as you're walking around. There's tabaskis. I always struggle how to say it. They're basically like cat-like people, and they're there doing like acrobatics on the corner. There's jugglers, puppet shows. There's all sorts of displays of magic going on. People juggling the fireballs. There's games. You see one bloke just running through the crowd, his face blistering with sweat. You see him coming from a stall that says "Chili eating, I dare you." There is loads. So there's target shooting, strength tests. There is everything here today.
I'll
It's
be
gonna be
disappearing into the strength test.
Yeah. So as you're working your way through, it's kind of built like so. All the food stalls are all in one area, and smells are just incredible as you're walking through. You get like savory meat smells, and you get hit with like a really sugary sweet smell. Then as you walk off, there's a burnt sugar smell, then a really chocolatey smell, which not a lot of people are accustomed to. So there's a big crowd around this chocolate cart, which is considered an almost exotic food. So if you want to get some breakfast, meat on stick is open. Whatever you want.
I'm gonna get back off.
Yep, so you go over to the, there's a sweetbread place, there's a bakery place, there's a sugar
sweetbreads, I
fruit
think.
stand,
Sweetbreads.
sweetbreads, yeah. So you have a look and there's all manners of different types of glazed pastries, all in different forms. One of them is like almost in the shape of a hag's head almost, and you see he's doing some weird like live cooking station where he's kind of doing pancakes. You can see him like doing with a stick, and they seem extremely popular with the children, and he's filling them with all sorts of exotic fruits and spreads. But there is some unusually bear-like
Yeah, I want to get
shaped
one.
sweet bun.
I want to get one. I want to get one.
He
I'm
greets-
appetite.
I'm waiting for you to say, give me.
he greets you, a big chubby man, big smiley face, covered in flour, various other brightly coloured stains. He's got flour up his arms, he's got bits of dough stuck to him. Good day, well done, you found me. And he's just so happy.
Hi.
Well, you look sweet, but you can always be sweeter. And he gestures to all the breads. You, my friend, you look tiny. Look how skinny you are. You must need fattening up, please. What can I service you with?
Can I have one back, Robin?
Ah, well, we call these owl bear claws. And
Even
as he
better.
hands it to you, you see like so you got the claw base there, but you can see like there's almost like feather imprints on where the knuckles would be. For you, just a copper.
Thank you.
Oh no, takes the copper. Yes. Anything for you, gents. Look at these fine sweets. A pancake, perhaps. It's weird. It's like a cake, but it's flat like a pan. And I can put whatever all means you want into it. I had some bloke just now that had chili in it. It was a bit weird, but he said it tasted great. Who knows?
Wow.
Mhm.
I'll take one of those.
Take one of those. It's only a copper. Everything for everyone today. What filling would you like? Fruits, jams, chili, meats,
Can I have
vegetables.
a bit of jam and some fruits?
You can have jammy fruits, and he just pours the mixture in, and he just flips it over. As he flips it, he chucks the fruit in. So as he's flipping it, it like curls around with the fruit in it, folds up, hands it to you on like just a little paper cloth.
Oh,
Just a
thank
copper,
you.
my friend.
There you go, my friend.
Aha! Ting! Pop. You look like a hungry vegetable-eating man. Not a man.
I'll have a vegetable one and I'll have a meat with chili. as
Oh,
well.
this is a man who likes danger. And he does you too. And went exactly the same way he did a baracus, the way he flipped it and then chucked the fruit and then it all in with each other. Enveloped, that's the one. Just 2 copper, my friend, 2 copper. For you. I like you, so it's not 3 copper, it's 2 copper. Thanks.
You're on the ball.
Are we enjoying the festival? Of course we are. Although, get the food in you while you can. Winter is coming.
Happy Harvestide.
Happy Harvestide! Huzzah! The whole crowd. Huzzah!
Otherwise she's going to wander away.
Yep.
Owl bear claw.
And there's loads of other stands. You know, you've got like sugar fruits, chocolates, there's a sausage stand, all the foods. And as you're coming out, you see just a couple stands over, you see it's called links, and there's just links of sausages lined everywhere. Hot, cold, boiled, barbecued, sauced, sliced, got them all. You can either have them by the link or by the bowl. And as you walk over, you just iron up, and you see this bloke, really long, like moustache, human, chopping it. Ah, my friend, do you want a sausage?
Yes, I do.
Oh, a fantastic! Oh, a sausage. Do you like a link? Do you like a slice? Do you like a boil? Do you like a saute? Do you want a sausage in a bun?
Link,
Oh, a link. 4 link, 5 link, 10 link, 20 link. All the links.
Can I get
10 link. Can you gouge you a 10 link? Silver piece.
There you are.
Oh, thank you for not taking the piece.
Why, thank you.
Oh. I'm a Mario. He gives you your sausage link, and you see there's like children running around, and they're using like the sausage links as like scarves around their neck. Like in our day, we have a candy necklace. They have a sausage necklace. Around, you've got your sausages, you've got your sweets.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Any
happy.
other food items anyone looking up? After the food stuff, there's also things to buy. There's weapons carts. You see a jeweler's. One of the ones you smell before you see is an animal cart. There's all sorts of like different types of animals in cages, owls, weasels, and a couple of dogs, pigs, chickens, hens, all sorts of creatures.
I want to go have a look.
Yeah. So you walk over, and it's kind of like almost like a spinster looking woman, and she goes, "Hey, squirrels! What about squirrel?" And she steps beside, and there's like a whole wall of squirrels. Rabies. Going mad for it.
No, I just want to have a look.
What do you want? Oh, we got them all today. Only for the Harvest Festival though, mind, because they all don't die after this. Of course not. No, they all get sold and go to nice pretty homes. You look like a dog. A dog person, dear. Would you like a dog? Look at this gem. And she points to a little cage, and there's this most adorable Springer cockapoo thing, and it's jet black, and it's got like the biggest "don't you want to buy me" eyes.
Oh my god.
And it's like, "Hello, human. That's not a human. Buy me."
Oh,
It can speak.
I just dropped down and like,
It's in a cage,
Can I
yeah.
get my-
And as you put your hand there, you know how puppies like nibble on you, and you like scratch its ears, and it just rolls on its belly and just like shaking its leg. Oh, she's precious, isn't she? She's called Luna.
No one we know, honestly.
Look like a dog. You should buy a dog. They make great companions. You can train them. They can play fetch.
How much are you selling her for?
She is 5 gold pieces.
That's
She's
not
quite
bad.
well bred. Can't you tell? Maybe you want a squirrel. You like nuts.
No, thank you.
What sort of nuts?
And as you get up to leave, you hear them. And then you turn around, it's like Puss in Boots. Giving you the gooeyest of eyes.
You know you wanted.
As you're looking, you see a cage behind her rattle, and as she stands over towards you to start talking to you about Luna, the adorable dog, you see this weird that chihuahua thing on the walls. It's got it looks like a cross between a sloth, a rat with rabies, and a bat. It's got wings, and it's just there. I'm so excited. If an animal could have ADHD, this animal
Is
would
that?
have it.
What the hell is
No,
that?
that's one of my special breeds, dear.
Did you give it sugar?
Oh, do never give him sugar. Oh, I'm not quite named him yet. He's exotic though, isn't he?
You've been giving him fucking steroids.
What's the steroids? I don't think he needs any of that. Whatever it is. To be honest, I kind of just want to get rid of him.
How much?
I want him 2 silvers, and he's yours.
Make sure you put them on leave.
Just don't let him out of the cage.
Oh wow.
Let off with it.
Yeah. No army. Unleash the beast.
So would you like the dog? Oh, woof woof. As you're kind of looking around at this weird rabied sort of animal, she picks up the cage and puts it to your face. As you turn around, the puppy's like,
Don't do that to me. I don't know why that's being
and we're frozen.
It froze earlier as well.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so she's kind of there, just like, well, if you don't want her, I'm sorry, little Luna, she doesn't love you. And she puts it back.
Oh, pass her 5 goes and give her the dog.
Well, that was a bargain. She comes out and she gives obviously you gave it a 5 gold, so she passes you the basket. Now listen here, Luna is a very highly strung bitch. She needs plenty of water, she needs all the food. Her preferred food is more of like a crushed meal paste, and if you can get it, add some offal in there, and maybe a bit of liver, some heart, the real gamey meats that she enjoys.
And blue brains.
You just bought a dog.
For you.
Enjoy, won't you? Are you sure you don't want? She dresses like or a squirrel. Why a squirrel? They're ever so nice.
There's only one animal I'm looking for.
Well, that's a little scary.
What animal is it?
Have a look
I
at
mean, I might not have it with me, but I have my ways of procuring animals.
At this point, I'm just kind of on the ground and Luna. This wasn't. I'm gonna smell it.
And then, of course, they don't have to keep the name. I just call her Luna because she's nice.
that as well.
What the fuck is it? EM loading screen, guys. Don't know what that is.
It's meant to be like a smallish
It's like,
dragon.
it's
like a kind of a dragon.
like a pygmy dragon,
Yeah.
isn't it?
That is what I am after.
It just had to look at me. And that
It's
was
a
it.
neutral creature. Well, I'm afraid dragons are somewhat exotic. But, what's your name?
Green.
How might I contact you?
Hunter's name.
Because, she looks at you. I don't want to say it in front of the elf. But, I think we could maybe sort something out. One day. Well, is there anything else I can help you with? A squirrel?
No.
I can't get rid of them, can I? I'd start giving away for free. Last time I let them out, they ravaged a village. Bastards, all of them.
Maybe find the nose and set them free on the nose.
Well, the gnolls like to eat them, and that's why I have them. Stop them being eaten by the gnolls. I did have a gnoll puppy once, and it got into him. It was awful.
That's okay.
I had squirrel fur in my hair for days. Is there anything else I can assist with? Please look after my Luna.
Get the puppy. I'm gonna cuddle the puppy. Have you got a collar and a lead for the puppy?
No. But I'm sure you'll be able to find something here. I mean, have you seen where you are? There is everything to be had and everything to be
I am so tempted in that rubbish piece.
It's also cool.
Well, believe me, it's going to be here for fucking ever. Take your time deciding.
How much silver was it?
2 silver.
I'll take it.
Remember, when she goes to grab it in the cage, please don't take it out of the cage. Try to avoid feeding it after midnight, and for the love of God, do not get it wet.
Oh, it's right.
And that's 2 silver.
Yeah.
Well, this has been quite the transaction. I do have food. Do you need food for your animals? That thing will eat anything that's alive.
That's cool. He's just like me.
Yeah.
Yes, I will buy some food from them, Peppy.
Yes, we got some kibble. Kibble for copyright rights. We got kibble, and it's in like little like brown sacks. It's like a 2 kilo little brown sack. It's only a copper for the food, darling. It's just crap, really. Well, you know, like dried cereals and oats and wheats. It's just Weetabix, really.
Okay, we'll try.
Yep. But she does prefer meats. So if you could get her some nice moist meat and then maybe a bit of sauce or gravy, she'll be ever so grateful.
Puppy!
And like a weird
I
little
wasn't
piece.
expecting you guys to have an animal.
Nor was I. Nor was I.
So you guys start to edge your way away from the crazy old Ethel on the old pet stand. Oh, she waves you goodbye and she's very ecstatic and she's got lots of gold for you.
I'll blur a little cat in the sky and walk it.
Little red flashes in her old hag-like way. He's raunchy. As you carry on for a treat, you're getting a lot of looks from all little children, and they try to stop you to pet your puppy, and you're just trying to
And
make
then
your
I
way
just-
through, and it's like starting to like block them, like.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I'll go in front. I'll just have
Yeah,
my
whenever a
kid's
kid's
down.
like, oh, that's so cute. Hold on, and it's just like fucking terrifying. You've got all other stalls, there's like weapon carts and stuff like that. I don't know if there's anything in particular anyone's looking for, or
I'm looking for
some string. Yeah, there, as luck would have it, there is Cecilius Silly Strings. Sirius Silly Strings. Manner of all strings, all twine, all rope. Right at you. As you approach the store, it's like this tiny little gnome man, and he's there, and he's got like one of those, you know, the wheels where you wield straw with, and turn it into like string, and he's just sat there doing that, making his string. Hello, string.
string.
I'm Cecilius.
Marcus.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to Cecilius Silly Strings.
What's your
Don't
name?
get drunk and say it quickly, because it's really difficult.
I'm kind of garage.
Yes. What can I help you with? Do you like rope? Do you like strings? Do you like twine? Do you like knitting?
Can I get a bit of rope and some string?
You can have rope and string. Why not? Everyone can have rope and string. Did you know string is just rope, but ridiculously stronger?
Yes, I know.
Oh, great.
That's why I wanted that though.
Well, how much would you like? I've got all sorts. And he points behind him, and there's just like, you know, on big spindles, all types of rope. Well, I got your box standard, and I've got some lovely twine. It's a bit stronger than string.
I'll go for some twine.
How much would you like, my dear? Just a good measurement?
A good measurement.
Oh,
would
a
do for
good
me.
measurement. Dink. Oh, that's the twine. And some rope. You are adventurous, you're a climber.
Yes.
Yes. Another good measure.
Please.
And, you notice his shears are ridiculously sharp, and it almost like cutting the rope, and the twine was just going through it like absolute butter. You didn't even have to close them. It just like sheared them. Well, that's just a silver for all that. I'm afraid the rope obviously costs more than the twine, because there's much more work that goes into it. See, the most amazing thing about rope and twine is that when you make the twine, it's only a 3-paracord twist. But when you do the rope, it's even more work. So you see, what do I do? He's just going to keep rambling on
that's
about
quite.
rope.
I'm quite intrigued.
Yeah. So what we do is we get the rope, and you see this. It's got all the little braids inside. I made that.
You made that.
I made that. And so I get the twine, and I keep looping it and lashing it. And you see, as I'm doing this, he takes you over to his machine, and you see how he's getting the individual bits of twine, and he's tangling them together. And after about 20 minutes of boredom,
I'm
he
gone.
produces a foot of rope. After 20 minutes. You see, look how thick it is. He like bangs a line that's really thick and strong. Yes,
Very nice.
I love my money.
Yeah.
Silver, lovely. Well, please come again, and if you ever have any rope-based questions, ask me, Sicilian Silly Rope.
Thank you very much.
Yes, just one. Any other storms or anything else?
Let's go play some games.
Go play some games. Well, there's as you're walking through, even just walking through, there's jugglers going through. There's like you see a puppet display, you know, they're Jack and Jill in the box sort of thing. There's loads of kids sat around that, and they're absolutely loving it. The main ones that you see one where you saw that bloke running out from earlier, coughing and burling and just sweating, crying. Might even be a bit of blood coming out of his ears. You didn't quite get a good look at him. But the ones you can see, there's chili eating, target shooting, and a strength test. Strength test? Yeah. Yeah, well, you can do them all.
Do them all.
So the
Every
first
single
one you see is a strength test. You see a lot of men like there, like look at me, yes. As you approach, you actually recognise the man on the little strength test.
Is that the one that we had a nice arm wrestling competition with?
No, this is the blacksmith who made your shield. Hard hooks. And you see him, and he's bringing in the crowd. He's like, "Come on now, men, show your women what you've got. Ladies, show your man why you should stop coming home drunk every night." And you see people are coming up, and they're picking up the hammer, and it's just like a bell ringing, and they're just coming in and hitting it, and it does look really quite difficult. There's some really big, strong, burly men, and they're only getting up to the halfway. And there's also like a little kid's hammer. see a couple of little children come up to it. You see them jump in the air like that, and they're barely even move it. And yeah, everyone's just enjoying it. And he's yelling to the crowd, "Come and get your bragging rights, free of charge. Hit the bell, be a man or a woman or humanoid, or whatever you identify yourself as. Come and ring the bell and prove your worth." And he sees you. Aha! You, my friend, if you don't ring the bell, you suck.
True.
Come on! And he picks up the hammer and just throws it at you. So you get your feet, get your hammer up, you let out a bit of a roar, and make a strength check. Straight up strength, please.
Oh, I'm good.
Is it?
And straight up strength.
Fuck.
What'd you get?
5. Nah, 7.
Alright, so you hit it. You hit it really hard. It makes a definite sound, but it gets like quarter of the way. It's like, no. And there's quite a crowd and they laugh. You're a big dragonborn. You're going again? Do it. You've got a bit more of a rage going down on this
14.
one. 14? 14 is definitely better. You hit it, and it goes kind of like just above the midway line. Oh, that's much better.
I'm getting it.
Do you know what? One more chance, and then you've got to let the others go. No offense, but I've seen kids hit it harder.
Yeah, come on, Green.
One more try. Come on, Green.
It's gonna be worse, isn't it?
9.
9. So you hit it, and you're just getting really frustrated now. Like, why the fuck can't I hit this bell? And you come down, you almost just like hit the edge of the bell, so like, and the crowd is absolutely wetting themselves. You got little gnome kids pointing and like, "Oh, Daddy, you can't hit it."
Right, that's it. I'm just gonna turn my piece on.
Oh, do you actually do that? You're gonna hit a child?
No, I turned my
I was about to say,
creature
I'm
to
not
him.
going to say you're
I
asking
thought you meant you turned to him. You turned to Daddy, what's that? This is kids there. Oh my God.
Do you want me to work in the cage?
No, I'm sorry, I won't laugh at you anymore. It's just you're really big and you did it really fast.
First, I could break you into.
Okay, then the fathers are like, whoa, it's just a child. Like, calm down. It's all here to have a bit of fun at a festival. Calm down. Come on, son. And he takes his kid away and you get a couple of stink eyes from a couple of the locals. Even the blacksmith's a bit like, get on called for. Anyway, let's not hassle the fun. Let's keep this party going. You, Tiefling, you look like you're keen for a ping.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. He hands you the hammer. Really heavy hammer. Like, it's a lot heavier than things. It's going to be like a proper, like, sledge. Hit that victory bell, my friend. Roll a d20 and add your strength.
I was
I thought you were going to get natural 20.
looking
The
for
one
it.
time when you don't get it.
I know.
So you're there and you're looking, the crowd's cheering you on, and like, you don't even look, you're so happy, you hit it, and then you miss, and then you hit the thing, and you're like, and you look at the guy, and the guy's howling, go on, one more try, I gotta give you another try for that.
Oh, go on, that was good.
That was
that was
greatly
funny.
terrible.
That was funny.
Yeah. One more, come on.
I got 6.
6.
Battle.
Yeah. So again, you actually hit it this time. You spend a bit more time concentrating this time. But you don't actually lift it up high enough to get any sort of swing on it. It just kind of goes. Boom. Well, you tried. Elf. You've got to show
Why
up your
not?
male
Why
friends.
not?
I mean,
I'll try.
Yeah.
I know.
yeah. Well,
Natural
it
20.
gives you the hammer, and you're like,
I don't even lift the damn thing.
Oh!
That's why my
you get it, and you're like, what? So I hit this with this. Okay, and you're just kind of one-handed. Ah! And it hits it. You hit the bell. And everyone just said that. Everyone, there's this moment of silence. Everyone's like, and it comes over and shakes around. Well done. And he pats you, and you see a couple of the official guards that walk around. They come over and shake your hand and they congratulate you. Biella, on the other hand, well, if she can do it, I can do it too.
I mean, I love you.
And she gets the hammer and she's like, Laura's doing it. I don't want to do it. And I'm going to do it really well. 14. No, 13, sorry. Yes, 13. So she hits it and she gets it middle-ish and she just goes, wow, I didn't try hard enough anyway. Bit of a sore loser, let's be
That's
honest.
just like flick a hair.
Yeah. But, well, do you know what? Biella just absolutely was terrible. And Laura, on the other hand, you've hit it so well and so hard. You feel inspired. You gain 1 point of inspiration. Yay! Yep, and a crowd starts to appear around it again, feeling really motivated after seeing a small woman. Like,
Normally
ring
I have
that bell.
-2 to my strength.
Yeah. And you smash it. Boom, boom.
That's good.
Yeah. Strength test completed. Anything else anyone wants to do?
I
You
think
can
it's
see,
actually kind of works.
you can see
Yeah,
target
target.
shooting, you can see chili
I
eating.
think we've tried that one, yeah.
As you're
Yeah.
walking over to those, you also see a really huge crowd starting to gather at the very end of the city centre, around where the town hall is. But it is on the way to various other stalls. You see more jugglers. You can hear the puppets a bit more clearly now, and they're all like, "I'm gonna get you! No, I'm gonna get you! No, I'm gonna get you!" And they're all just attacking each other. Really bad puppetry, really. Terrible. So you got target shooting or chili eating.
Target shooting.
Target shooting, all good with it. Target shooting.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go and
Oh yes, I thought you might. So as you walk up, you see quite a few kids walking away crying, looking pretty damn disappointed. And the parents are there trying to say, "Oh, it's okay, you're only 12, it's fine." Shit shot. As you walk over, you see a dwarf woman with dark hair, really long plaits, wearing a blue and white dress. And she's like, "Take aim and fire, show them nasty goblins the end of an arrow." Or, well, it's just a dart, but still, just 2 copper pieces a game. Ping, ping. And she's trying really hard to like gather the crowd in, but some people are a bit like, 2 copper, that's a bit steep. Only poor people. But you know, you see a few people go, and there's a couple of the stands up. You're all gonna have a go?
Yeah,
Oh,
let's have a
yeah.
go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's 2 copper each, and we do this all at the same time because there's 4 little mechanical things. As you're looking at someone hitting it, you see someone hit one, and then the mechanism starts to go a little bit quicker. And so they're like, you know, old school, that little ducklings, but it's goblins.
Yeah.
And as they're just going along in a line, and then they get quicker and quicker. So you all have 6 bolts, and there are 6 targets to hit. So, all please grab it. It will be a d20 plus 3 because they're not like traditional sort of crossbows. They're like squirt guns, basically. That fire a very weak
Like you said,
thing.
plus
Yeah, so d20 plus 3. So, let's go for the first one. So to hit your first one, please roll.
14.
14, you hit. So please just make a little note that you've hit. And you?
15.
15?
8.
8, you still hit.
Oh, that's good.
Violetta's just going to stand back and laugh. Yeah, so that was your first one. Going for the second one, please roll to hit.
Natural 20.
22.
22.
Not just 20.
Yep, so you're all hit, and you're just there like,
2 natural 20.
and you're just kind of like, is this even hard? Like, come on now. So, as you've hit it, it's gone down, it's getting a little bit quicker. Roll for your next.
Well,
5.
Hits. You miss. So you missed that one, so mark a miss.
21.
21, you hit. So, going for the next one.
16.
12.
You miss. You hit. Baracus.
18.
18. 18, you hit. You got 2 shots left. Make your next one.
Natural 20.
Natural 20, you hit.
15.
Just. You miss.
16.
16, you miss. And the final one, this one is going ridiculously freaking quick. It's like
18.
miss,
Natural.
miss,
Come on.
miss.
Wow, that was quite easy on that
Yeah. So what did everyone get?
4 hits, 2 miss.
4 hits,
one. 3 hits, 3 miss.
3 hits,
5.
5. So you two, oh well, you did try really hard, didn't you? And she gives you each a little bag. It's just got little sweets in it and all. But you, sir, you must be quite the archer. And she hands you, and it's a little stuffed owl toy. But it's an owl bear. So imagine like a bear with like the owl's face,
Yeah.
and it's just like a little squishy toy.
Oh,
Oh,
I
well
love
done.
it. Thank you very much.
And as you're looking around, you don't see many people with these.
Do I see like any kids about that?
There are a lot of kids that are watching and all
Yeah.
trying. You've seen quite a few walk off crying.
Yeah.
And like, oh, you ain't get it, mommy.
I'll go to one of the crying ones
Yeah.
and I hand them the one that I want.
Thank you so much. And you give it to the kid, and the kid hugs you around the waist, and the mum's like, oh, well, thank you. You really appreciate it. You really wanted one. He loves owl bears. Thank you. And she
Right.
actually offers you a copper.
I would
Please,
take
please take
it. No, I
it.
won't take
Are you
it.
sure?
I'm sure.
Okay.
Free of charge.
Yep, and she's still there. And she gives you your little things. It's all like different fruit flavored sweets. You got Viola laughing at you and being like, "Damn, Maracas, you got skills." And yeah, you see her still trying to drum up business after seeing her give out prizes, especially the owlbear. More people seem more into it and more willing to part with a mere 2 copper.
Off to the chili.
Off to the chilies.
I'm gonna stay by the target one for a little bit.
Yeah.
Just watch other people
Yeah,
and
that's
try
right.
and like give them tips.
Yeah. So you see this one little kid. He looks quite young, quite nervous, and you get next to him and you give him some advice. So please roll a performance check.
9.
9. So your advice helps. He definitely was more on target than he might have been, but he didn't quite hit the target. But he was still really grateful. Oh, thank you for the help. He just kind of walks off his mum, and his mum thanks you as well for trying to help him out. And there's a couple of other kids as well you try to give the same advice to. And then the the dwarf woman's like, trying to get business, you know, it's a festival, but it's not free.
I'm willing to pay.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll be a couple of coppers.
That's fine with me. There you go.
Oh, I like this bloke, he's generous. And you're there carrying on giving the kids advice, and she's happy to let you do it now. She's
Yeah.
like, yeah, do what you want. You, Viola, and Elora Green, you all approach the chili eating, and it's you see it's a human male standing behind a little table. He's short-shaven beard, wearing brown overalls with big black boots. Like, come on now, if you think you're brave enough. Ever wanted to breathe fire? Well, you never know. He spots you with a grin on your face. You, sir, I think you're looking for a good burn.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, all you need is 4 copper. If you can eat all 4 of my chilies, you'll get a silver piece, an ice-cold glass of milk, and, of course, bragging rights.
I'll give him the silver piece.
How about you, darling?
Oh,
You
no.
look spicy.
Oh no.
I
And he looks at Laura. How about you, Laura? Laura, he doesn't care about you. How about you, young lassie? I bet you can get a chili in you. And she does it. I'm taking that money. She's gotta spend some money. Yes, that's,
What we talking? Where were you sticking it?
well, that's where she wants to put it. Right, well, we always start just a little bit easy because we're all nice, we're all friends. It's the Harvest Festival. We're here to get along. And he gestures, he takes a lid off the first plate, and you see just like a dull green long, it's sort of like a runner bean sort of looking. Oh, this is just a simple salad chili. Easy as pie. Roll a constitution saving throw. Yes, please.
15.
15. So you put the chili in your mouth. You have to eat the whole thing, so you just like, and it's hot. It's got like a real harsh tingle, but more like you know when you have a spicy curry, it's got and you're like, you breathe a bit. It's hot. It's definitely hot.
Even the smallest and weakest of chili.
Exactly. Biella, she bites it. Looks like she's got a hot chip in her mouth. She swallows it. Could I have some water? Oh no, dear. You can't have water because if you do, you take away the chili.
Exactly.
Part of the challenge. Number 2, you think you can handle it? Yeah.
Let's
Yo.
Let's hope so, laddie.
Puts a lid on, lists the next one, and it's like this bright red, stubby, kind of like a shrunk bell pepper. This is the bell chili. Enjoy. Make same save again.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Nice. Yeah. Biella,
How many was that
natural
now?
19.
I was like 3.
So 23.
That does it. So you get it. You bite into it, and it just kind of fills your mouth. You bite into it, and the seeds just erupt in your mouth. It is fucking hot. Like you start to, it's moist on your face. You start to sweat. Got sprinkles coming down, and for a dragonborn, they don't sweat much. That is some hot shit. Biella herself is go down. She's like, looks like she's foaming a bit in the mouth, but you do both manage to swallow the pepper. At this point, we come to a little bit slowly. Like when you and Homer eats the chili. So, your next chili. You're taking it well. I appreciate it. He puts a lid on this as next one. This is the hagtoe. It's like a swamp green with like bright flecks in it. Remember I said to remember what that thing over there looks like? This is what it looks like. It's like really creppled and called hagtoe for a reason. And Viola eats it. Same again. 13. So you bite into it. And that's it. Your mouth is just on fire. Your lips feel like they're blistering. You just kind of start choking. You've only bitten into it. You've not even eaten it, and you're absolutely. And that's it. You're like, he gives you water, and it's still not doing the job. Your mouth is on fire, and you failed the chili challenge, but gave it heart, and you tried. Biella, on the other hand, she bites into it. It's hot. She's sweating. You know when you have something really hot in your mouth, just overly salivates, and she's almost dribbling and drooling. But she manages to swallow somehow.
I was about to say,
She just gestures for the next one. Like,
oh my god.
she's bossing it.
Painful.
And then this is where she fails and it kills her.
I like your spirit. You're pretty strong. And he lifts up the next one. The next one he takes from underneath, and it's just on a silver tray, and it's like a beautiful sunset orange, and the stalk on it is like beautiful golden color. And he winks her, angel's kiss, and she grabs it. A little bit of a tremble, and she's trying so hard to mop it all off her face. And she puts it in her mouth.
All this for silver.
Natural 2.
Oh, I am really for a second.
She
I thought you were
goes-
going to say 20.
She would have got a natural 20.
Wouldn't have done
No,
it.
she would have. She needed a natural 20 to succeed.
What was it? 20?
It is a So I'm sweating just thinking about it. It's 25.
I wouldn't have passed it even if I
Yeah.
passed.
And she has plus because she's proficient in it.
Yeah.
So she would have got 20. She would have got 25. She's plus 3, then plus 2 for thingy. So bites into it, and her entire mouth. She just bangs the table. She yells and screams, and it is fucking hot, like the hottest thing you could possibly ever eat. That is what she's got. I feel sorry for you sharing the room with her, because that house is going to be like Satan's ring. But she eats it, and she swallows, and she turns to you guys, and you can actually see there's a little bit of blood in her mouth where it's just burned the skin of her
I
tongue.
can't be doing
She's
that.
crying. She is full. Once she's done that, put chili in her fucking eyes. So she's done that, and her eyes are puffy. She's crying. You can see a little bit of blood around her mouth. Her snot is disgusting. Someone get this woman a handkerchief. And now she turns around to get her prize.
Her eyes are swelling up.
She's just there like, it's not worth it. Looking like slothful Goonies. And he gives her a ice cold cup of milk, and she just dunks it all over her face. It goes in her mouth, and he gives her silver. And to be fair, she's got bragging rights. She can't see anything anymore. She's got bragging rights. She generally is struggling to see. Her eyes are streaming, they're puffy. But she did it, guys.
Well done, well done.
I went for that while I'm on fire.
You know, she managed to swallow. What more can you say? And she puts her hand on you, Lauren. I can't fucking straight.
It's okay.
I'm so
It's okay.
fucking hot. Why did I do it?
Because you're an idiot.
And like, people just getting a mixture of cheers and laughter. People laughing at her, but it's more like laughing with her, the participation of it. Most people don't really make it past the second chili. Yeah. So you guys did really well.
I would have failed the last one anyway.
Yeah.
Let's go get you some more milk. Let's sit down for a minute.
I'm just going to slowly start making my way over to where all the group of people.
Yeah.
So naturally, it's all.
I grab milk.
Yeah, I see it.
It is
Just some
all
bread,
just
just like
like naturally flowing there, and this huge crowd is just hear loads of cheering and boo, shit, and it's just all sorts, and you've got to really put the crowd is so thick, you've really got to like elbow your way through. You actually have to help Viola because she's starting to see better, but she is still really. Like, when you get really bad hay fever, and you just look
it looks like you've gone 5 rounds of Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson punched in the face.
Like literally only 5 rounds.
Yeah. But you're getting through there, and you can vaguely hear people chatting. It's just getting louder, and people banging on something, and you hear the crowd go. It holds. The crowd is absolutely going for it. Kids are screaming on their parents' shoulders, and as you get closer, you can start to see a man stood on a raised platform, and he's really rallying the crowd, and he's like, "Bodies of Silvery Moon, this is the moment you waited for, the battle ring!" And everyone just screams, and he's like, "Are you brave? Are you strong? Are you a fighter?" And the crowd just keeps going. It's like, "Do you great thing? Glory. How about gold?" And everyone just like absolutely loving it. Today's the day, my fine folks. Sign up now. Prove yourself. Time is running out. And he's just this almost like magnificent looking creature. He's wearing really beautiful satin robes, dark purple. He's got a black suit on underneath with a tie, and he's got a really nice sort of hat, little cane to go with it, and he's just working the cane with him. And you can tell he is like such an entertainer and a people person just by his presence. And as he says, "Sign up," he gets his cane and he goes like that, and a little spark jumps out of the cane, and it whistles around a little stool that you can just see off, and has a little banner on the top saying "Ring sign up." You can see a woman, "Sign up now!" Little halfling woman wearing long green robes, looking a bit McGonagall-y in her way. "Sign up now! Gate closes in 20 minutes! Sign up now! Battle with the best!" You did it! You need a team, dear. How about you, dear?
Because I'm not
Team
there.
challenge.
Oh, I'm smart.
Yeah,
I'm
are we
great.
gonna do this?
Are you not with them?
I'm not really.
No? That's fine. That's why I was going to look at you and be like, you dare. You dare. How about a game dare? You dare.
Oh
She
shit.
points at my hand.
What's the prize?
Wow. Today is the price. It is 60 gold pieces for the team. But win the 4 rounds and go home with 200. Or double your luck and double it up with tonight's main event and double your money. 400 gold. 1 battle. Winner takes all. And you see like people barging past, and you see like really big, bulgy groups of people signing their name. People are like got their bags of gold in there and it's stained with blood. You don't want to know where they got their money from, but
What?
I'm in.
The 60 gold entry fee.
Oh, shit.
But it's 60 gold for the group. So it's like 12 gold each, whatever. 12 gold and 5 silver each. Yeah. You don't have to enter. But you see always people going in like 20 minutes left to sign up, 20 minutes. Get your glory, get your thing, get it here tonight for the Silver Moon Extravaganza. And as she does that, it's like sparks fly out of her hands. And like more sparks fly up and there's like almost like a curling sort of storm of sparks above, just to really point out where this place is. And the guy's still on the top, he's doing a little number and he's really enticing everyone in, pitching things of fame and glory and riches beyond your beliefs.
I'll
Viole's like,
Let's do this.
I can handle this.
Mama.
Can you see it?
Oh no, but that's probably why I don't mind.
I'm battling the game for her.
Game for it.
How far away was the store?
It's really not that far. Like if you just come out of the crowd of people, you could probably see Baracus quite
Yeah,
clearly.
I'm
That's
gonna
who you're
say-
looking for.
Yeah, I want to send a message.
Oh yeah, he's 100. He's within 120 feet.
Yeah, I'll
So how much?
It will be 12 gold and 5 silver each, I think.
I'll send a message to Baracus. There's a group tournament. Green is like I can't hold him back. It's 12 gold each. You in? We have to go as a team. You can reply to
You're
Actually, no, I don't know if you can.
I don't think I can.
You don't have message,
I
do you?
don't have message.
It's like we're down at the front. Come find us.
I
15
go
minutes.
there and like
Yeah, you make your way through, almost excited. Like, what?
like ooh. Yeah, that's it.
You're signing up? Wow.
Oh my god.
Please read through this contract of T's and C's before signing up. We are not liable for any damage that you will ascertain, any deaths that you will probably most have, and also if you damage your weapons, items, use any magical spells, potions, or scrolls within the match, they
Yeah,
are gone.
actually, you should what?
Well, she fucking hopes so, darling.
I thought
It's
it was
not
a fun old
fist fight.
fist fight.
Or if you want to use your fists, that's perfectly
Oh,
fine.
no, it's
Now,
fine.
the
My great
rules
is
are
fine.
anything that goes. Potions, spells, weapons, legendary or mythical of any sort are allowed. What is not allowed is fish hooking or eye gouging.
God damn it.
Or kicks to the privates. No one appreciates a kick to the balls. I think. I'm not sure quite to know. But you have to battle the 4 creatures. Quite easy. It's not. At the end, you'll be given a loot of approximately 200 gold pieces with the chance to double it in tonight's main extravaganza. And as she does it, more sparks appear.
So what's the team? Is it teams of 2, 3?
It's teams of 4 to 6.
4, 6.
But
That's all of that.
the money will be divvied up accordingly to gain size,
Yes,
of course. The more you put in, the more you get out. Minimum fee is 60 gold.
Yes, you
I'm going.
were.
She places the contract in front of you all to sign.
Oh.
Kill the dragon already.
Yes!
Chills. Yep, so she puts a little contract in front of you to sign. You all sign it.
Yeah.
I'll speak on behalf of my other bitch signs it.
But I don't actually put mine.
What you put?
I put many.
Meliodas. Anyone notice this?
Can I make a thingy?
Can.
What am I doing? Perception, yeah?
Yeah, make a perception. Actually, no, make an intelligence. Just straight up intelligence. Because I want to know if you're smart enough to actually even notice anyway. 'Cause it's not something you'd be looking for.
And
21.
21. You do notice that he does not sign it green. What's it? You sign it? Meliodas. Then
I don't say anything. I just
Just write it out.
I'll have your fees then, shall I, dears?
so is
Yeah,
it
so-
12 and 5? Yeah, 12 gold, 5
12
silver.
gold, 5 silver.
12 gold, 5
That's a good thing you guys found all that loot, wasn't it?
yeah, it's 5 silver.
I'm just taking it out of my loot money.
and 5 silver.
Well, you'll need to sign up with a team name. And she holds out the board there, and you see all sorts of names on it. Some of them you know quite well and really familiar with. The battle stations, goblin stayers, friend or foe, the mighty four, the high hitters, blades of glory, and critical death are all on the list. You know these to be some of the best battling teams in the kingdom. This is clearly a big event that many people travel far and wide for.
We need a team name.
We need a team name.
Well, the sign-up closes in 20. Put down a name, but we will need a name for announcement, dears. Else, it's just going to be the 5 of you. Not very catchy, is it?
Well, I think there's only 4 of us.
I'm high on life, dear. Can't
Okay.
Oh,
understand.
no.
We've got
No,
good 5.
okay.
You're all signed up. Please follow this gentleman. She points to a bloke, and he kind of, what is it? You're good. He is pretty unique looking, I believe is the nice term to put it. And he follows you, he leads you, and he takes you to the side. And as you're walking through, you can't see the fight going on, but you hear screaming, not nice, painless screaming. And you hear, and you hear the crowd go, oh shit!
It's 4 rounds, isn't it?
4 rounds
Yeah,
of
4
4
rounds.
different beasts.
Mm.
And
I'm
then,
trying to
if you
think of
choose
it
to
again.
double your money for the main event in the evening, you'll be going against the 5th and final. Yep. So he leads you to the back, and it's like a big tent at the back, massive tent, probably around 25 foot all round. There's all different parts of areas to this. There's a little medical bit. You can see some guy holding what is now a stub. It's not going to grow back, is it? He's there, and you've got medics trying to pack him up, and there's blood everywhere. It's quite hideous, really. You can also see there's little refreshment tents and some more. As you can see, some people who obviously haven't fought yet. Like people are, oh well. Yes, when I was last here, and you see the mighty four, which are quite a renowned group of fighters throughout the lands, and you see them. They look a little bit nervous, but they're not cocky or arrogant like some of the other groups there. You see them strategizing. Right, as you walk past them, you hear them say, right, well, if it's this one, I can remember last year when they had the dragon. Fucking hell.
What have you got us into?
You can hear them strategizing and all that. And the guy who escorted you in here, well, it shouldn't be too long. There's 2 more groups ahead of you, but we do try to do this and get the animals changed over as quick as possible. And you see a group start to come in. You hear boos from the crowd. Like, you suck! And you just hear people, you suck! You suck! And there's just this group, and there's one big half orc man carrying an elf woman just motionless in his arms. And he's kind of crying. And a healer runs, oh, she's not dead, shut up. And she just presses her hand against her, and the elf just goes, comes back, and she just chokes a little bit, and you see as she chokes, she spits up a lot of water.
So she does like
She
the
comes up.
Miyagi, like.
Yeah, basically. Crows up a lot of water. And then the ogre goes, oh, she's okay. So he leads you to a little corner. You see some refreshments, guys. And as you look over, you can see there's like a little roped off area where there's some very posh, swanky looking people.
Right.
You also see a couple of cages roll in, and they got big heavy tarps over them, and the cage rattling. And you hear like
It's like
something smashing in the back of it.
I'm gonna unleash my beast.
You hear something like smashing in the cage. The cage almost tipped over, and a couple of men, oh shit, and they're trying to hold it steady. And so who's scored you? Right, You've probably got about 10-15 minutes. If you don't have a team name, that's fine, but no one's going to know what to call you when you die, win, or just lose. So maybe
Team
think
name.
of what you can do, else I'll make one up for you. And last time I made one up for you, they died. So,
Team Chaos.
you know, do what you wish, but remember, strategy and teamwork are the only way you'll survive. He actually does that in the walks up and does that to try and make himself look aloof and mysterious.
Okay. So you and Viola are the hard hitters. You need to be front and center.
You're definitely going to have to be at the back.
I'm definitely going to have to be after back. I will be the one of the range. Sneaky.
Yeah, I love it. Sneaky. Okay.
And the only problem is there anywhere to hide?
Yeah,
That's the thing.
It could be anything.
We don't know what the arena looks like.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't bother to look in the arena
Yeah.
before you.
Yeah, we just don't.
We just walk past for everything we know.
Not that thing.
Yeah. Now name.
A few minutes pass and you see another group, and they're like just like banging their swords together, trying to get themselves like really rallied up, and they go Randolfo, and the crowd also starts screaming Randolfo as the announcer is now in this again, and here's Randolfo, and they like march out there clanging their weapons, cheering on the crowd,
When
really
they,
getting the crowd going and rolling.
when they go, I'm guessing there's like.
Yeah, you know, like
Can we
in
see
the
through when they go through?
when they're against the dragons in the
Oh.
Triwizard tournament, it's like a little tent thing, and then you go
Oh,
through
okay.
it. It's like that, and the whole crowd is like Randolfo, and they you hear the announcers being, and now here is the beast from the east, and you just hear this manic roar, and the crowd go absolutely crazy.
This is where we're all gonna die.
I just heard the money and he's just like, yes,
Oh.
please.
We could just call ourselves the mysterious ones sitting
Well, we're not mysterious.
We sort of
No.
are,
And,
because like,
you-
you know, they don't know.
It's been a little while.
The only problem is, well, we could, but it's not really.
You can't really like think of much. Because you want chaos, but
No, I don't. I was just saying the name.
like, isn't it?
So it's been a little while. We hear the oohs and the ahs, and you hear them saying, "That's one beast down, ladies and gentlemen. This is not the moment you're waiting for. They've succeeded." And then you see another like trolley cart come through. It's parked again, but the page isn't moving this time. And then you hear the crowd just keep screaming, Randolfo. It's been a couple of minutes while they're like resetting all the triggers, and then you hear the announcer come in saying, "Here's Beastie," and then the crowd starts cheering and chanting, and then the weird goofy guy comes on to you, like, "Right guys, you're gonna be in oh shit, in a couple of minutes, so I'm gonna get you to stand here," and he just
What about the travellers?
he stands you, and right now you gotta get really ready
Travelling
because
college.
because soon you're gonna pay attention, because listen, did they go through the rules? Spells, potions, scrolls, anything you want to use is completely doable. Take a healing potion if you need a healing potion. Cast healing if you need to cast healing. But whatever you do, don't kick them in the balls. Don't fish hook and don't gouge. Y'all know what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's my puppy. I will give you a
Here's-
silver if you return him very safely.
Oh,
Her.
okay.
And
Very
here's my
safely.
little beast.
The fuck is that? Is that not a weapon?
No.
Don't care about that one. Protect her with your life.
I'll
You
keep her.
make
I'll get rid of
sure
this.
You make sure you look
What?
after it.
Is that not a weapon that you
No.
could use? That's fucking terrifying.
You take good
Just
care
show
of
it
them.
and let the scarab.
Well, I'll put it in the safety deposit box we have. And you see him go to the like little desk area where there's bag holding, and she gets in there. But he holds the puppy, and you're like, "What's her name?"
It's currently Luna.
Luna. Okay.
Luna Petuna.
Okay. Well,
Here,
hello, Luna Petuna. And he looks at.
here is some pocket bacon for her, and another
Oh.
piece for you if you want some.
Oh,
Let her-
pocket steals out of his mouth. Oh well, we're sharing already.
Yeah.
Isn't that just the sweetest little thing? Right. Well, y'all better get ready. That whistle is gonna blow, and you hear the crowd go, "Ooh!"
The mysterious.
And at that,
They are travelers.
you hear
I quite like
the
Travellers, so
presenter
it's not
scream
the
and
mysterious
shout,
stuff, isn't it?
Right, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Oh no!
I was really looking forward to that.
Yes!
God damn it. No.
But on the bright side, next session,
We have.
you get to think of a name
Oh my god! I was like, oh my god, right, okay, we got a second week.
and you get to stand in the ring and be like, oh, you got so, thank you everybody for watching or for clicking on it and being like, nah, and then clicking off. We appreciate you clicking in.
Yeah.
Be sure to check us out on Friday, morning, day, or night, whenever the internet decides to work, and upload the video. For anything geeky and beautiful, or to get your hands on these beautiful bad boys or anything else quirky, visit TaylorMade Craft. Info is in our bio link. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.